Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
And the Berzerker.
You know what day of the week it is. Don't look at your watch. Don't look at your clock. It's time for Wrestling Insider's Throwback Thursdays with John Nord.
Thoroughly Thursday throwback.
Wrestling fans, get ready for a weekend of the unpredictable as the Berzerker, John Nord, returns to MWF Studios in Melrose the weekend of Saturday, January the 22nd. Wrestling Insider Throwback Thursday tapings, live episodes, watch-alongs, cyber autograph signings, and more. Boston Wrestling Patreon fans can meet the Berzerker for free. For more information and mail order info, head on over to thebostonwrestling.com super site now. Don't miss the Berzerker January 22nd. Wrestling fans, on Royal Rumble Saturday, January the 29th, things are getting a little dirty. That's right. Joining us live in studio for the very first time will be our longtime friend, the legendary Zeb Coulter, a.k.a. Dirty Dutch Mantel. Dutch will be with us all weekend for Wrestling Insider tapings, Patreon watch-alongs, live episodes, and cyber autograph signings. Plus, Dutch will be watching the Royal Rumble with us. For more information and autograph photos, head on over to bostonwrestling.com. Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. Wrestling fans looking for the perfect holiday gift? Discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s, Saturday night, April the 16th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts are on sale now. Join WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts, three-time WWE Tag Team Champions Axe and Smash Demolition, The Wild Berzerker, and more 1980s legends to be announced. Take part in a VIP exclusive Q&A session. Meet the wrestling icons up close and personal in an autograph and photo fan fest. Then get ready as the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow take part in a night of white-hot in-ring action. Discount VIP packages and tickets are on sale now for a limited time at bostonwrestling.com. Join us for a professional wrestling reunion decades in the making, April the 16th.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans, it's strange to feel it's a new year. I mean, are you one of those guys, John, that runs into the problem that you're right the wrong year for about a month?
Yeah, I am. I do that. I do it a couple times.
Well, I do it more than that, so you're doing better than me.
Yeah, I do it a couple times, and then I just rip up the paper and say, F that, I'm not doing nothing today. And then I go in my room and shut the door, and I watch cable.
There you go. And then there's cable TV to help.
And that fixes the problem.
And when it's cold in January in Minnesota, that's not the worst of things to have access to.
That's right, and maybe we'll have you up in Minnesota, Dan.
You know, there's one thing about that man, Barry Darsow, I'll say.
Don't you love him?
It took me 3 years to hunt him down when he wanted nothing to do with wrestling. WWE had nothing. Road Warrior Animal hustled the book, and I was trying to get for him. But when I finally did find him and convinced him after 17 years to talk to Bill Eadie again, and for them to interact with each other and do these appearances, which has led to bliss for the two of them with all the appearances
they made a ton of money.
Since 2007, since I got them to
They
reunite.
made a ton of money.
But you know what he said to me since all the way back then? He said, Dan, someday I'm going to take you to a Twins game. And it's, what year is it now?
And I'll go with you.
We'll all go.
Well, I told you, but I got it.
You got the show. No, don't worry about it. I believe you. We've seen it. We love those Twins.
Hey, listen, and it's a great ballpark.
That's why I want to
Not
see
an average. And everybody there loves to eat hot dogs and drink.
He's been telling me since 2007 he's going to take me to a Twins game. And Barry, if you're watching this, now John wants to go with us.
I can tell you, Darso, which you're probably not watching it, but maybe.
We'll send him
But
a link.
listen, me and Barry grew up together. Darso, you're in my wedding. Me and you have been through more shit than anybody. And you know I love you like a brother, and you say the same thing about me. I don't even got to ask you. We are that tight.
When are we going to the Twins game is what I want to know.
Well, when does the season start?
Well, we got a couple of months at this point. It's
why
January
don't we
now.
maybe shoot for opening day?
Hey, it's not, well, it might be a little chilly in
Hey,
Minnesota for
opening day might be fun, though, because people are jacked.
Yeah, I had a streak for a long time of about 10 years at Fenway Park in Boston.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'll talk to Barry, and I'll see what he thinks what day might work.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Oh, God, yes. You're a great guy. And we'll piece something together.
Yeah. What a great memory, right?
We will. It might not be opening day, but we're going to piece it together.
We'll piece it together. That's all we can do.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
good
far
business.
How
And it's
far
good
are you from-
business.
Well, on a night like that, it's not business. But anyway, how far are you from Minneapolis?
15 minutes from the
So you're
stadium.
pretty close then.
Really close.
With the traffic, it's a lot further away.
Me and Darso both live in the same town, about 20 minutes.
Oh, do you?
yeah,
Fenway
I don't.
Park from here is probably only about 6 or 7 miles, but with the
Fenway?
traffic.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
I didn't know you were that big of a baseball fan,
Oh,
John.
well, Fenway, I got to see the big green.
Well, you know, Barry has said the same thing, so maybe
I
we'll
got to
have
see
to.
the big green.
Who
I'll
ma-
tell you who was a hell of a baseball player is Barry Darso.
He was a good baseball
Oh,
player.
my God.
I never tell us.
He, in Babe Ruth, you know Babe Ruth?
Yeah, the league.
In Babe Ruth, that was the last year he played.
Yeah.
But Babe Ruth, he would crack them, and it would just go a mile, and I'd be going, that son of a gun, how does he do that? But he's that natural athlete. He is.
Well, he wants.
He's not the killer type guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the nicest guy in the world, but he's a natural athlete. He can run. He can go sideways fast. He can hit a ball a mile. He can throw.
Well, he wants to see Fenway, and I want to see, is it Target Field? Is that what it's called?
Well, Target Field.
There you go. All right, well, we're going to have to do some baseball swapping.
right.
We started on the last episode talking about Fuji, some ribs. Professionally, how did it feel to see the Viking now have a mouthpiece? Do you think you needed a manager? Do you think it enhanced your presentation?
Hard to say, Dan, because if they would have had me with the right person, to work with the right guy, I could have cranked it up. I could have steamed it. I know I could have. And I think Fuji sometimes hurt me
Really?
by banging the cane and do this, do that. Why you do that? Why you do? Fuji can be a little, let me tell you, Fuji and Demolition were a big, huge deal, but it didn't break their heart when he left them. If he did, I don't know. But I don't know. I would say 50-50.
Do you? Well, let me ask you this. Let me throw a couple of managers by you. Do you think maybe you would have been better off with a Jimmy Hart, Bobby Heenan, Sherry, Slick, some of the managers of those times?
Oh, my God. Bobby Heenan makes you an instant star.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan is he's an icon. He makes Jimmy Hart look like a second grader sitting in a chair. Makes him, and Jimmy, nothing against you, but Jimmy is very, very for Jimmy.
Yeah, I've heard
he talks.
that. Yeah.
He talks. Hey man, hey baby, I love you, baby. He walks around with those fucking glasses and the fucking coat, and the coat with the fucking banjos on him. He sleeps in the son of a bitches, and he thinks he's Mr. Over, and he don't, And the truth of it is you can't shine Bobby Heenan's shoes. You can't shine Fuji shoes. You just got lucky, and you're a musician. I get that, but stay a musician. To me, to get these autograph things and to have people actually think that they come to see your signature freaks me out, because I don't think he can draw flies to a turd.
How do you really feel?
Wow, I'm telling you, he's a Jimmy. Nothing, I mean, nothing personal, but honest to God, you walk around, and the last time I seen him, which was about 6-8 months ago, and he didn't even say hi.
Oh, really?
And we were friends, and you know who else did say hi?
Who?
Or he did say hi, and he talked to me, but he was just like, you know, after 30 years, you hug a guy and say, how you doing, brother? And I went up to him, and I did that, and I was ready to do that, and he goes, oh, hi. Yeah, you know, the neighbor next to me's got a lot, and he won't sell it. And I'm like, Mike Rotundo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, what did you just say? I ain't seen you in 30 years, and you're talking about your neighbor's lot? That's goofy.
His neighbor at home down in Florida?
Yes.
That's kind of an odd,
and you don't have a smile on him. He looks really depressed. He looks really, I'm telling you, you know, so.
Is he really depressed?
I think he is.
Yeah. Well, he did get released by WWE and his two sons,
Yeah.
which is a little stiff, but.
Yeah. Well, Mike just, you know what? Guys just end up thinking they're the shit. And they find out that, here's what you find out in life, right or wrong. Everybody's replaceable. Everybody. The fault comes when you start thinking you're not replaceable. That's when you go down. That's the truth. You know it, Dan.
Oh, I agree with you 110%.
And I think that's was Rotundo's deal.
Oh, he didn't seem excited to see you at all after 30 years.
That kind of hurt my feelings. I shouldn't take it personal, but it did hurt my feelings because I thought I was going to get this big hug like, you're the funniest son of a gun I ever traveled with. He was in my renting car, and I would be making him laugh so hard, he would almost throw up. And then I get this, my neighbor won't tell a lot. I don't know what the deal was with this neighbor in this lot, or it's going up or something, but who gives a shit? Save it. Tell your story walking.
Well, hopefully he wasn't spitting food on you while this was going on.
Yeah, the way I'm spitting right now, I better be a Tony Atlas.
Well, again, you're being honest. Could you have seen Slick with the Berzerker?
No way.
No. And what about a Viking version of Sherry Martel? That would have been interesting to have a female Viking with you. Maybe not Sherry, but...
Yeah, Sherry, that might have worked. Sherry might have worked. She was so scary, she might have worked. And actually, Sherry was an absolute sweetheart. Absolute.
It will always bother me that we spoke not too long before she passed about trying to set up a booking. And it's just, I thought what she was looking for was kind of crazy money. I know she had her issues at the time, and maybe that was part of it. But, to hear that
she's just being dumb that she really don't know what the going rate is.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people have to be realistic.
Well, here's the thing with Sherry was a funny thing was, we'd be doing our interviews with Vern in 1985, no, 86, and Sherry would bring her chow or dog, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't bring a fucking dog to interviews, first of all. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay? So anyway, sorry for the Effenheimers, you guys. Anyways, he brings the dog, and I see Heenan, and somebody bought a big box of rolls. It was morning, and everybody's trying to do the interview. And anyways, Dan, are you
Yes,
listening to me? I've got a big box of rolls. I see Heenan taking one at a time and giving it to the dog behind his back. And this dog ate like 6 rolls, and then about a half hour later, it started throwing up all over. And, Sherry's going, I don't know what's wrong with the dog.
She probably thought the dog was going to die.
The dog might die. I better take him to an ER. And the ER doctor goes, were you feeding him something? Nothing, she said. And I said, that's freaking Heenan. God, he's funny.
Even the poor dogs weren't safe from the,
Yeah,
the
oh,
ribs.
that's
Well,
funny.
I don't know if you ever heard about the one where Fuji cut off the dog's head and served it.
On the grill?
On the grill.
I heard that too.
Geez, what
Oh, that's too brutal.
that's
too brutal.
a sadistic man.
That is sadistic.
That's
and
not-
I was going to tell that one as a third person, but I glad I did.
Tony has shared that one before.
Yeah.
Mid-chicken wing.
Yeah, but I got to tell you something about Tony, and you should know him by now.
Let's hear it.
He exaggerates, and he has a way of telling little lies in his story.
He said a Mad Dog Vachon told him, if a story is worth telling, it's worth embedgering. And I said, do you mean embellishing? And he said, yeah, embedgering.
That's not.
All right, wrestling
Don't that
fans.
sound right?
Yeah. We got the cue from John C. in the back. We're going to take a brief time out. We come back. We're going to have more throwback stories on Throwback Thursdays with John Nord. Stand by.
Thank you for watching.
Wrestling fans, get ready for a weekend of the unpredictable as the Berzerker John Nord returns to MWF Studios in Melrose the weekend of Saturday, January the 22nd. Wrestling Insider Throwback Thursday tapings, live episodes, watch-alongs, cyber autograph signings, and more. Boston Wrestling Patreon fans can meet the Berzerker for free. For more information and mail order info, head on over to thebostonwrestling.com super site now. Don't miss the Berzerker January 22nd. Wrestling fans, I'm Dan Marati.
And this is the man of the hour, Leo Rush.
It's all over BostonWrestling.com and our social media. But Leo, brother, they got to check out some of this merch.
They got to.
Check it out, fans, right now available on eBay. You can add this to your collection. Support Wrestling Insiders and keep wrestling legends working on eBay. Get this WWE NXT TakeOver War Games 2020 11x14 limited edition autograph poster signed by everyone on the event. Number 23 of only 100 made. Includes signatures from the Undisputed Era, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, Tommaso Ciampa, Timothy Thatcher, Io Shirai, Tony Storm, Rhea Ripley, Dexter, Loomis, and more. Comes with authentication hologram on the back of the poster. Also comes with mystery autographed 8x10 and an on-air shout-out from WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, on Wrestling Insiders at your house. Get it now. Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night. All right, wrestling fans, welcome back as we continue our tales down memory lane with the Berzerker John Nord here each and every Thursday night on Wrestling Insiders. Throwback Thursday, we got to the point where the Viking began getting managed by Mr. Fuji. We had discussed in a previous episode how the Viking kind of had to change his name. How did the Berzerker become the name? Any idea?
Vince McMahon, totally 100%. They were going with the Viking, and I was standing there in Vince's office, and Vince looked up Viking and a form of a Viking. And one of the forms of Vikings are called Berzerkers.
Oh, really?
They were the worst Vikings. They were like they would kill and rape and pillage the worst of all Vikings. So Vince liked that. He said, we're going to go with the Viking, period. And I went with it. I wasn't wild about it. I still ain't. But now that these checks are getting bigger by some damn band in Australia, or whatever the cause, it's going up, up, up. So I'm grateful for that right now. And that's the truth. I'm grateful. Back then I wasn't.
Have you seen the Viking Raiders tag team in WWE?
The what?
The Viking Raiders is their name in WWE. They're a tag team. They're
Really?
Vikings. Yeah, you haven't seen them?
Uh-uh.
One of them was one of our guys on
I wonder
here
how
in
they
Boston
use
Wrestling.
Vikings. I wonder if they paid off the...
I'll show you the action figure before we leave.
Well, I was going to say, I wonder how he got paid off, because it was 100% trademarked, the Viking.
Maybe the trademark of the copyright
probably
expired, or maybe he paid it off.
It could be, it could be what he called statute of limitations,
Yeah.
or Vince might have paid it off.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'd like to get a picture of you with that figure, because I know he'd get a kick out of it. He became a fan, one of the members of the team, right around the time you were there as the Berzerker. So,
Really?
Yeah. So you get a kick out of that.
Yeah, we'll do one later.
But did it become difficult to travel with a Viking helmet and a sword? Now, how did that go about?
Didn't bother me in the least. I was the biggest slob in the whole world. I had this old Samsonite suitcase, and my sword was too long, so it was sticking out of the suitcase, the sharp part, and everybody else, and my underwear, and my pants were all wrinkled, and my Zubas were all wrinkled, and you know, on and on, just to bring all that shit, and then the helmet had to go in there. So I would say, honestly, it kind of sucked, but it didn't bother me, because I knew the money I was making, and I just didn't care. I figured I'm gotta work hard anyways the rest of my life, so what the hell? And the guys, especially Heenan, he would laugh at me carrying my suitcase, you know, with the sharp edge sticking out of the, you know, it's out of the cloth Samsonite, you know, and, you know, it was that maroon color, and God, he laughed, but yeah, it sucked, but it didn't bother me. I just tried to work hard the rest of my life, and look at the money I'm making. Hell yes, I'll do it.
Did you ever poke anyone accidentally with the sword while you were running through an airport?
No, not with these coordinated hands.
All right. Got those Eric Bischoff ninja skills, I guess.
Yeah, his bowling and his karate trophy. If that karate trophy would have been 1 inch higher, I would have shook his hand. But they were both only 2 inches.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a true story. And Bischoff knows what I'm talking about. Bischoff, if you're listening, I'll guarantee you, remember when we went in and you showed me them things, and it was a big deal. I'm poking fun at you, brother, because we all poke fun at each other. We're just all human. And you got to be Mr. Big Shot anyways with 3 guys that couldn't tie their shoes, played Division IX basketball.
Well,
does that sound like I'm resentful?
a little.
Sorry. Go
Was
on.
it really 3 inches, though, the trophy?
I think it was about 2.
2. It was even
It
smaller.
was
than that.
really
All right.
short. One was bowling and one was karate.
So maybe almost like a participation award.
And here's a funny line. Roger Kent was introducing a guy named Peter Lee, and he was a job guy, but he had the karate thing on. And Roger Kent goes, introducing Peter Lee from the Orient. And he uses his abilities, and it's called karate or karate, whichever you prefer. And I remember watching that. Our whole family fell over backwards laughing. So now the big thing is karate or karate, whichever you prefer. So if I call you Dan, it'd be Dan or Don, whichever you prefer.
Maybe I'll start going by Don.
Yeah, now you do the whatever you prefer.
Yeah,
deal.
whatever you prefer.
Whichever you
Dan
prefer.
or Don, whatever
Yeah.
you prefer.
Percy Pringle or Percy
Per se
Prangle.
Pringle.
Percy Prangle, whichever you prefer. No, but I mean, the joke is who's ever called karate? I mean, that's nuts.
I've never heard of it that way.
Oh, it's hilarious. I had buddies in my freaking, when I played college football, laugh at that.
Well, that's a funny one. Karate or karate, whatever
Yeah,
you prefer.
which, like somebody called it karate once. Yeah, right. Right.
Oh, all right. Funny enough, fans, just as the Berzerker was renaming himself, one of the greats of the 80s was coming back repackaged in the 90s. He went from being one of the great Intercontinental Championship holders of the era, a classic with the Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3, and now Ricky Steamboat returned looking like a giant lizard in early 1991 as the Dragon. Was that kind of an odd, unexpected look?
Ricky?
Yeah.
It was absolutely nuts. I thought he was crazy. He's blowing fire.
That I thought was kind of cool. I thought the lizard outfit was a little...
Well, I guess I agree with you a little bit. The fire was like, he's gonna burn himself one of these
shit,
nights,
you're kidding,
right?
Yeah.
We kept saying he's gonna burn himself, and of course Heenan, he says to him like, oh, let's put something in his fire. Like fucking no, Kurt.
What was it that he would use?
He wanted to put something in his fire like fucking.
To really light it up. Yeah.
Like not like gasoline or something, you know.
What was he blowing to make it go?
I think it was kerosene.
Really? He had to put that in his mouth
Yeah, and
every
he
night?
had to be
Jesus.
careful how it started so it didn't burn out. He said, but he had it down, and I think he got the actual how to do it from a professional guy at like a carnival.
I would hope.
So it was
He
a
would've-
it was a carny deal. So we are carny rats.
We figured it out. It's like the 7 Shades of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
But I just...
I know about that.
It was cool to see Ricky Steamboat come back. I just remember I couldn't believe the outfit on the way to the ring. They made him look like a goof.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, he looked like a goof. And then his matches were like 35 minutes long. It's like Steamboat, your opening match. You're supposed to do 7-8 minutes and get the hell out of there. We all want to go home someday.
He liked the work.
He loved to work.
He loved
But
the work.
I thought he was kind of a weird dude, man.
Why is that?
Just by his mannerisms. Kind of like he was really just really swank. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way you put it, yeah, I do, yeah.
I didn't like the swank shit. I should have took a swank over his head and hit him.
And changed it a little.
Yeah, and changed. Now that's the right swank.
I never really thought about it like
But
that.
it's true, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, nice guy, but I see
Really
what you mean.
nice
Yeah.
guy, but don't give me the swank shit. I just figured that word out. So I'm going to use it all the time now.
You're feeling very swanky here on Throwback
Quit
Thursday.
being so swank over there. Yeah, you.
Jeez, John, fired up over there. And again, the returns kept on coming. I don't know what it was with these repackages early in the year, but former World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, household name in the mid-'80s on the NBC Saturday Night Main Event era, WrestleMania early day era. Now, in 1991, he's an Iraqi sympathizer, the Iron Sheik returned as Colonel Mustafa. Again, another odd return where everybody knew it was the Iron Sheik.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Everybody knew it was the Iron Sheik.
Right.
He had a little bit of the gas gut going at that point.
Yeah. He had a little, someone should have put a pin in it.
Yeah, popped him a little bit. But do you think it was kind of foolish to take someone with the Sheik's resume and pedigree and all of a sudden say, okay, now he's Colonel Mustafa, like he's...
Yeah, it's absolutely idiotic. It really is. Because you go from, he was so over at one point with the curled toes,
Right.
He was over, brother. And when you got somebody that's that over, don't change it. It's fine the way it is. And then they change it in this weird, geeky deal. They find out, all you do is find out you got guys up in the office that really aren't the smartest guys in the world, like us all, and they just aren't that smart. Sometimes they get lucky and they nail a great gimmick, but not always.
As we're seeing in 2022.
Yes.
A lot of it.
Yes.
But that's a different story for different times.
It is a different time, but I'll tell you what, the guys, all they do is high spots, one after another right now, and I think it's absolutely hideous.
They need Ricky Steamboat to go back and work another 35.
Except cut it down to at least an hour and a half, man. Ricky Swank.
No, you're right. It reminds me a lot of almost like a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle with just the pieces going all over the place. But
I know.
I think as far athletically, I think they're some of the most athletically gifted guys that have ever been in the industry. They just don't know how to put it together, or they're not given the time to put it together in a way that has logic to it.
Right.
There's no pacing and there's no patience.
Right.
It's just move, boom, next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, you still got to tell a story out there, man. And the old timers like Ray Stevens and God, those guys were just incredibly talented. But then the fans were different back then too. So, it was different back then. So you got to give it to them that it ain't the same now. So maybe we are missing it. But right now, I think WWE is absolutely just hideous. But
how long do you think
I
it
hope
would
they
take,
come out of it.
How long do you think it would take them to, maybe the fans, to be re-educated in a way that pro wrestling is more than move,
Good
move,
idea.
move.
Good idea. And it's dangerous. And it's risky, actually, in some ways. But I think it would take maybe a full year.
Well, I mean, considering how the ratings continue to hit rock bottom so often, record lows for Monday Night Raw, I think it might be a risk worth taking.
You know why? Because the young little kids, okay, how do they make their money? From 5-year-old to 13-year-old little boys that want to go see the matches and they want to see the gimmicks. They want to see The Undertaker. They want to see this guy. They don't want to see all these legit guys that ain't crazy. They want to see crazy guys, and that's where you make your money. I'd say about 5 to 13, and you make your money, and that's it. And once they're past 13, the ball game's over. That's why keep it in that range. Think like a 5-year-old to 13-year-old. What would they want? I don't think they do that enough. I think they got the big sledgehammer, big tough guy, all that or that. And maybe that is a good deal. Just speaking of that, maybe Paul Bunyan would be a good deal. But you gotta think like a 5-year-old, a 13-year-old boy, little boy. And I've never said that before. I just said it now. But.
Very insightful, honestly.
It
has the wheels in my head turning a bit.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not little girls.
Well, we could talk about how they've overpushed the women to the nth degree.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's
you might as well have had, if they had totally naked girls, it'd be fun to watch.
It's too much.
But then that's just me. I like
there you
naked
go.
girls.
It's been shoved down. We won't talk about Sergeant Slaughter again, but
yeah. Well, we had one guy. Remember Mel?
Mel Phillips.
Mel Phillips, the toe sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was. It was another.
We're going to get into that era. That's the Cream Team was certainly remembered for all the wrong reasons. But right now, wrestling fans.
I heard he's still got a toenail stuck in his back tooth.
Well, maybe they could have been friends for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Maybe shit just went wrong.
All right, wrestling fans, right now we're going to take a brief time out. When we come back, we're going to look at the event that was WrestleMania 7. Stand by.
Yo, baby.
Wrestling fans, on Royal Rumble Saturday, January the 29th, things are getting a little dirty. That's right. Joining us live in studio for the very first time will be our longtime friend, the legendary Zeb Coulter, a.k.a. Dirty Dutch Mantel. Dutch will be with us all weekend for Wrestling Insider tapings, Patreon watch-alongs, live episodes, and cyber autograph signings. Plus, Dutch will be watching the Royal Rumble with us. For more information and autograph photos, head on over to BostonWrestling.com.
Cheer. Why, hello. I would ask what was on your mind, but I already know. You want to know what has got my beard looking oh so majestic. And I'll tell you, it's sexy as hell beard care. Coconut oil, vitamin E oil, almond oil, both sweet and bitter, shea butter, it's all natural. Yes, JTG has actually come out with a high quality product. So support your boy by going to sahbeardcare.com and take one step closer to becoming sexy as hell. Cheer. Ooh, cheer. You know?
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
And I'm Mr. USA WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas.
The road to WrestleMania has begun. Wrestling fans are looking to add to their man caves. You got to see what we have in the eBay store.
Check it out.
At Night of Champions 2020, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns successfully defended the WWE Universal Championship against his cousin, Jey Uso, in a must-see battle. Here is your chance to own a piece of Roman Reigns moments before battle on this beautiful limited edition autographed 11x14 poster direct from friends at WWE. It's number 19 of only 50 made. Includes WWE authentication hologram on the poster itself, suitable for framing and matting. You'll also receive a bonus Legends autographed 8x10 photo in an on-air shout-out on Wrestling Insiders as our thanks for helping keep Wrestling Legends working. Get this ultra-rare Roman Reigns autograph poster now. Wrestling fans looking for the perfect holiday gift? Discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s, Saturday night, April the 16th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts are on sale now. Join WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts, three-time WWE Tag Team Champions Axe and Smash Demolition, The Wild Berzerker, and more 1980s legends to be announced. Take part in a VIP exclusive Q&A session. Meet the wrestling icons up close and personal in an autograph and photo fan fest. Then get ready as the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow take part in a night of white-hot in-ring action. Discount VIP packages and tickets are on sale now for a limited time at bostonwrestling.com. Join us for a professional wrestling reunion decades in the making, April the 16th. All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to Wrestling Insiders, Throwback Thursday. Dan Marty along with the latest, the greatest member of the Boston Wrestling Sports family, Mr. John Nord, the Berzerker, a man that's going to be joining us live, along with Jake the Snake Roberts, Axe and Smash Demolition, and so many more, when we go back to the 80s at Soul Survivor 10, Saturday night, April the 16th, Memorial Hall, 2 blocks that way from this studio.
Yeah, baby.
It's going to be the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Live autograph session, live photo session.
great in-ring wrestling, a VIP exclusive Q&A. Discount tickets are available now on the BostonWrestling.com super site.
Yeah,
Back to
baby.
the world that was 1991. Talk a little bit about WrestleMania 7. In a previous episode, we talked about kind of the venue dilemma that they faced. I don't know if you remember Red Cohen in WWF, who booked all the venues, but I did a little work with him back in the early 2000s.
Sure.
So he taught me a few tricks of the trade.
Did he?
Unfortunately, Ed's no longer with us. To be taught by him at 21 years old, that was like a college education.
That's
another
a
one I'm
degree.
eternally grateful to.
That's a degree. Absolutely.
That you're right. Some of the feature matches on the big event. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Randy Savage in what was Randy's retirement match at the time. Do you remember Macho Man being a little banged up, just wanting some time off?
Macho?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Macho then, when he was riding with me after he broke up with Elizabeth, he was an absolute puddle. He was like, I want to ride with you guys. Give me a Percocet. And me and Kurt be in the front seat, in the back seat, Darso and Wayne Bloom. And he was Macho Man. He needed support. Then he went to the strip joints and got support there for real. Yeah. He had to do something. He was in pain. Yeah. I get it, man.
But this was probably about a year before they
that's
they
a year
split
before
up.
that? So I don't know. I guess I'm lost on where.
Well, they put him in the commentary booth for a little bit.
Okay.
And I thought he was actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think he was very good now that I remember. I just don't remember much on being banged up.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I don't know if he was.
Storyline-wise, he was managed by Sherry Martel, and Sherry was pissed Macho lost to the Warrior, and then Elizabeth came running down the aisle in one of the most bland-looking outfits I think they could have put such a pretty woman in.
I know.
I
remember that.
Do you remember, there's been a lot of stories told in this studio by many men over the years that Macho was a little maybe overprotective of Elizabeth.
Going you think so?
Locking her in closets
do
during
you
live
think
events.
so?
Well, what do you remember the Macho Elizabeth
What I
dynamic?
remember is...
Were there closets?
What I remember is now I got half of them being together and half of them broke up.
Yeah.
Basically. Maybe only a month together. That type of deal. And the rest being broke up. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I didn't get much, but together, I could see in her eyes that she just wasn't attracted to Randy anymore.
She had enough?
I mean, come on. The guy looked like he had straw for hair. The fucking guy, tanned. He walked around with 10 gallons of oil on his body. He talked like this. I don't know, man. Oh, yeah. To me, that's not very attractive. And if I was a woman, I would be, frankly, quite sick of the son of a bitch.
Heard he was very cheap.
And he was very cheap. He never bought nobody nothing. And Elizabeth, he didn't ever want to introduce her to the guys and let's go have some fun. Can you blame that poor girl? Hell no.
If I was being locked in an arena closets, I think that could grow old pretty quick.
Right. And then, of course, the story about Randy getting out in the car and beating the guy senseless. And Randy couldn't beat up nobody.
I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
Okay, a guy and he got a road rage going.
Randy did. Okay.
With Randy, yeah. And Randy got out and beat the guy up. And he went to court and everything. It wasn't a big publicized deal.
This was WWF time?
This was either late WWF.
Okay.
So, yeah, he beat him up, and then...
Bad?
And then, no, not to where he was going to die or nothing,
okay.
But he beat the shit out of him. But Randy couldn't beat up nobody. He thought he could, but he knew in his mind of minds that he couldn't. And Randy was so freaking, I think he was mentally ill. I really do, because he would come around us guys and say, I want to be around you guys. You guys are the coolest. I need you guys. Now, this is when he broke up with Elizabeth. And then from there, he was just, the way he acted, the guy needed help to act just normal. I mean, he could walk in a frickin' tanning salon and be paranoid that there was somebody looking at him naked or something. You know?
He was a paranoid man.
Huh?
He was a paranoid man?
Oh, he's one of the most paranoid guys I've ever known.
Really?
Oh, God. He's terrible. You walk up behind him and, hey, what are you walking up behind me, man? I'm like, are you acting right now, or is this you? Oh, I don't know, man. I go, okay, it must be you. Son of a bitch. So I think I'll stay away from you.
Even to some of the boys, he'd be like that?
Oh, really? No joke. He would act like that during the frickin' all the time. He's a goof. He grew up in the business, and, you know, I think he was in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most sit-ups or something.
Oh, Angelo Poffo, yeah, the dad.
Oh, Angelo did?
Yeah, he was the one that set the record.
Yeah, the one that could suck his own crank.
Oh, no, that's Lanny.
That's Lanny. Oh, who's Angelo's dad?
Angelo is the dad, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So he got raised on train. Workout. But what you find out about that is this. You can train and look good and train, but your relationships go to hell because you train your body, but you got to train your relationships. You got to love your wife. You got to take her out for dinner. You got to take your girlfriend out for dinner. Whatever you got to do, take her out to dinner once a week. Something. Talk. Fulfill her so you can have a girl. But just don't walk around doing sit-ups, push-ups, and looking in the mirror.
Do you think maybe he didn't give her enough love? From what you saw, was it a loving relationship?
I think at first he gave her a ton of love.
Uh-huh.
And then I think the last quarter was him just being paranoid and them fighting. Because she pulled back and went, Randy, I just don't want to do this right now.
Did you ever see them have a verbal altercation?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. I seen her do what I just did. Randy, I'll just ride in the other car. Okay? I don't want to.
He would permit her to travel with other people?
Well, it was her girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
And it was on part of the side of the car, and it was on the side of the arena, and he didn't know I was just sitting there, getting my bag. And I just was acting. I wasn't trying to pay attention.
Yeah, you just heard it, yeah.
I just heard it. And I heard her go, yeah, Randy, I'll go on that. And I could tell he was pissed. So that's, I think, was part of the beginning that was the end. And then poor Elizabeth ends up with Luger and dies. And then Luger now is a preacher and good for him. Can't say a bad word about Lex. Yeah.
Well, it's too bad. They were one of the more infamous couples in the history of WWE/WWF.
It was incredible. And that's not even counting if you had even a better guy than Randy.
Yeah?
If they had that same deal, but a better guy than Randy. Somebody like Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
Right? That would even exploded more. But, you hate to talk about the dead, and God bless Randy's heart, and God bless Elizabeth's heart. They both died too young. And I seriously, if I tell a story like that, I always, under my breath, say God bless them. And
That's nice.
I hope they're doing good. I don't want to
hopefully
talk
they
like
are.
that. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Sure. They're your experiences that you had throughout your career, you know?
Yeah, I'm just telling the story. I'm
Whether
just
they're-
relaying.
whether
Now, if
they're-
it's my opinion, I'll tell you. Now, this is my opinion. Here I go. Like Marty. That's my opinion. I don't know, but if you're going to tell me that, no. I know Jannetty, and I know he can be full of shit. And any guy that can be full of shit is full of shit.
Well,
And I love him anyways. I'm not saying I don't love him. Listen, the guy freaking had a girl dead in his bed.
for several days.
Yeah. She blew up like a pumpkin. You know? Come
How do you
on
know
now.
she blew up like a pumpkin?
I don't know, but I
You
know
just put
that
it out there. How do you know she blew up like a pumpkin?
Oh, that she was as big as the blow-up doll that Mel used, probably. I don't know.
How out of it did Marty have to be for several days not to realize she was in the bed dead?
I think he just kept walking in circles doing the next hit.
Well, that could have been it too.
Like,
Oh, that was his swank.
the ninth day.
That was his
He's
swank.
dead. Maybe I should call the police. And he's lucky as hell he didn't go to prison
No
on that
shit.
one.
No kidding?
You talk about a break.
Not only that, but all the drugs that were in the house.
Right. He had one good lawyer.
Either
Marty
that or-
threw his mercy on the court. But that's what I'm saying. See, I don't think because of here's another catch, Dan. Marty already was in a shitload of trouble with this girl. Do you think that bringing up that guy in the river would really be true? Are you guys all retarded or what?
Like I said, I know what my private discussions with him, my on-air discussions with him, that phone call he took that we mentioned off the air, and a good friend of his, I don't know
Right.
if you know him
The
that well,
wrestling coach.
but he told, no, this is a WWF wrestler that this
Okay.
guy told me, Marty told him the same story in 1995,
20 years,
96.
yeah.
So, and he said it was identical.
Well, I'll tell you something, Dan. I'm going to tell you a story later, and I'm going to totally fucking lie, and I'm going to have you in tears going, that's too bad. And I'm going to go, yeah, I know.
But would you?
And then in 10 years from now, I'm going to go, yeah, that still happened. It still affects me. And you're going to go, that's too bad. That story's got to be true. Bullshit.
But see, if he ever sees this, he's going to be mad at me. But to call a spade, he's been, let's say he's been out of the public spotlight for quite some time. Why not use that story sooner that he shared with wrestlers back in the 90s to try and get some publicity?
Right.
Why not 5 years ago? Why not 10 years
Right,
ago?
right.
It's another thing that makes me wonder. You know what I mean?
Right. And
He
Marty,
could have pulled, let's say you're 100% right. Why didn't he pull that card out before to try and get something out of it?
right, as many months in a row as you've been flat broke, you didn't pull out your gun and use it on that story? And Marty, I know you're going to be mad, but this is the deal. The truth is the truth. All I'm saying is you're full of shit on that. But I love you as a guy. You're my buddy.
He's had, and I hate this, and again, I'm not trying to knock him, but he's had 3 matches on WWE television since the late 90s. I mean, he could have pulled out that card at any time to
Right.
try and be more relevant.
Right, go up and tell Vince that,
Well,
hey, I
okay,
bet, but you know why? If it was true, then he'd be taking. What about the chance of it actually being true and them finding a bone?
Yeah, right?
Okay, so you're really going to take a chance? That's why it's not true, because you're taking a chance
Big chance.
Of a bone being in the river. So why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. So tell your story walking.
John, I love how you put it. You got away with words, brother. That's why we're having so much fun on Wrestling Inside.
This is fun.
Throwback Thursdays.
I gotta quit
John,
yelling.
you know, I didn't even ask you as we started to dive into WrestleMania 7. You were a relative newcomer to the company. Were you there for the event, or what were you doing that day? Just kind of hanging and catering?
Seven.
That was LA.
I brought my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt brought his wife. Mark brought his wife, Jody, and me, Kurt, and Undertaker went out drinking. We all came back late, and all three girls were in their own hotel rooms, which were ours.
Yeah.
And they were all crying because they didn't think we were coming back. That was ugly. I looked at Mark. I looked at Mark and I says, "Was Jody mad?" He says, "Yeah." I says, "Was she crying?" "Yep." I says, "So was Jane." And then Mark goes, "I guess Lenise was too." And I go, "Fuck, did we fuck up?" Ooh.
How late did you come back?
Well, not too bad, like 2.
Oh, they probably.
I mean, 2 the next day. No, I'm just kidding. But no. And I wasn't even in it. And I don't think Undertaker was in it. I might be wrong. Was he in it?
In what? The show?
Yeah.
Oh, both Kurt and Undertaker were.
Okay, I wasn't then.
Yeah. You were still really new.
Yeah, I'm a good fucking career, right? God thanks. Okay, so it was the next year that me and Davey Boy were supposed to have a match, and they canceled.
Well, we'll get there once we get to 92.
Yeah,
I remember that.
God,
I was disappointed.
You know everything. You pissed me off.
I was disappointed.
Well, I was disappointed.
Well, you were too.
I was
you didn't get the
disappointed
payday.
because, but I tell you what, Davey Boy, God bless his heart too, but I would pound on Davey Boy. I would just pound on that son of a bitch as hard as I could, and he took it, man.
You think it's because he was so gassed up, it didn't have as much
he
impact?
was so gassed up, but here's the thing is, I know I was going to do the job, so I might as well just really beat the shit out of him with kicks and punches, and I did. But I'm not like bragging. I'm just saying he took it. He didn't say one word. That's what's great about Davey Boy Smith. He never bitched.
All right. All right, wrestling fans, you heard it. Right now, we're going to take a brief time out. We'll be back to wrap up the show. Stand by.
Wrestling fans, get ready for a weekend of the unpredictable as the Berzerker, John Nord, returns to MWF Studios in Melrose the weekend of Saturday, January the 22nd. Wrestling Insider Throwback Thursday tapings, live episodes, watch-alongs, cyber autograph signings, and more. Boston Wrestling Patreon fans can meet the Berzerker for free. For more information and mail order info, head on over to thebostonwrestling.com super site now. Don't miss the Berzerker January 22nd. Wrestling fans, we warned you this day would come. Unfortunately, we're running out of original episodes of Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty each and every Thursday night at 10 p.m., but we're starting up that Indiegogo. You can help the cause. You can help Marty's show continue each and every week. Nobody does it like Marty. We had an incredible time with him at our 20th anniversary bash, November 13th at Memorial Hall here in Melrose. We want to have the good times keep on rolling, but we can't do it without you. Look for the Indiegogo link in the comment section below or across our website and social media platforms. We have some great perks, great rewards where you can even meet Marty himself. There's nothing like it. Since July of 2020, every week we've brought you the show. We need your help to keep on going. We tell you, without wrestling fans, there is no professional wrestling, and there's no better time to help the cause now. Let's keep Marty rocking each and every Thursday night.
Wrestling fans, I'm Dan Marotti.
And this is the man of the hour, Leo Rush.
It was all over BostonWrestling.com and our social media. But Leo, brother, they got to check out some of this merch.
They got to.
Check it out, fans, right now, available on eBay.
Arguably the greatest professional wrestler of all time. Get this limited edition collector's autograph print personally signed by two-time WWE Hall of Famer Nature Boy Ric Flair, inscribed 16 times for each of his recognized World Championship reigns. One of only 50 made direct from our friends at WWE. Also signed by original artist Rob Schamberger. Help keep wrestling legends working. Get this awesome Ric Flair collectible for your wrestling collection now. Wrestling fans looking for the perfect holiday gift? Discount VIP packages and tickets to Boston Wrestling Soul Survivor 10 Back to the 80s, Saturday night, April the 16th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts are on sale now. Join WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts, three-time WWE Tag Team Champions Axe and Smash Demolition, The Wild Berzerker, and more 1980s legends to be announced. Take part in a VIP exclusive Q&A session. Meet the wrestling icons up close and personal in an autograph and photo fan fest. Then get ready as the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow take part in a night of white-hot in-ring action. Discount VIP packages and tickets are on sale now for a limited time at bostonwrestling.com. Join us for a professional wrestling reunion decades in the making, April the 16th.
This is the last one, right, see? All right. Wrestling fans, time flies when you're having fun, and boy, are we having fun with our new co-host, John Nord, the Berzerker.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Hey, you know what? The adventure isn't over yet, brother. We still got a long ways to go.
We do.
And if you guys last month in December missed John with us for the Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive, the great news is we almost feel like Santa's elves, is we're trying to get John back just a little bit later in January to be with us live. He can do another cyber autograph signing where you guys can get autograph photos. We're going to do more great interviews to make sure every Thursday night is a Wrestling Insiders Throwback Thursday night. For John Nord, I'm Dan Marotti, you and yours. Be well, be healthy. Good night from Boston.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us. Please give the video a big thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the channel to enjoy more great content. Don't forget, you can help keep wrestling legends working. Check out our eBay store and join the Boston Wrestling family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling so we can produce more in-depth shoot interviews.